Nick and I have 3 days to pack up our house and move. I really didn't want to cry. I just don't know what I'm doing. We had a couple of accidents. Let the moving vlogs commence. Okay. Potentially very exciting thing happening today. Very exciting updates to come. Okay, if everything goes through, this is going to be so fun and exciting, and I'm excited to vlog the whole situation. If not, yeah, we'll see. Nick's coming in the car because Nick's coming with me. I'm so excited for this. Hi, Nick. We're going to view a house. It looks way more like our style of house, and it's open plan. So if we manage to get this house, like if they accept our offer or whatever, I think I'll be so much happier. So we're gonna go and view it today. Pardon me. I want to take you and film a little bit of it, but I also don't want to film too much because, I don't know, I just want to do like a full moving vlog house tour situation. So we'll see. I think we need to get petrol. We might grab a coffee. I need to put my phone on charge, and yeah, that's exciting. Okay, mini update. We have looked around the house. We both quite like it. It's smaller in some ways than we thought and bigger in some ways, and it's open plan, and I think the open plan is bigger than our kitchen living room situation, but it's open plan, so it just feels nicer. I think we might go for it. I think we might try and move in here. Obviously I will update you as and when I can. We have officially signed the contracts. It's all good. I was waiting until it was fully done before we told you about it, but it is done. I am so happy about it. If you have been watching my vlogs for a little while and you've been following us, then you'll know that when we moved in here, this was just meant to be a temporary house. We moved in here while we were building a house. The build fell through because of COVID, and then we didn't want to move during COVID, and then after COVID the house prices went skyrocketing, and we've just stayed here. So what was supposed to be a 6-month house stay has ended up being 4 years. And while this house has been very good to us, while we have made some wonderful memories in it, we are so excited to be moving, because we're moving to a house that feels way more like us. It is open plan, and I just get the sense from walking around it, I'm like, this feels more homey and more us, and I can't wait to decorate it. Obviously when we first move in, it's going to be pretty bare for a little while because money, but I am so excited to take you along on this journey. We have actually left things very late. We have a week to pack up this house. The moving van is showing up in a week. And when I say the moving van, I mean the moving van that we will be driving. So we're not even hiring someone to help us. We have 1 week until we need to move out of this house, and we have not started packing. So I don't know if that stresses anyone else out, but I can't even pack today because I need to film a video before we leave. So I'm filming today, if you couldn't tell, hair, makeup all ready to go. I'm filming today, but then in the next clip of this vlog, we will be packing, we will be moving. So without further ado, let the moving vlogs commence. Nick and I have 3 days to pack up our house and move, and that is no exaggeration. It is Friday today. The moving van comes Monday, so we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it's already halfway through Friday. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Nick is at work and I'm heading to the gym. Why? Because I am a procrastination queen. It's just what I do. I just really deep down believe that I can get this done in like no time at all. I googled it last night and it says probably start packing around 2 months before you move. Somewhere else said you need at least 2 weeks, and we've got 3 days. I am heading off to the gym just because I really want to get my workout in, and I know that after spending an afternoon like packing, I'm just not gonna go after that, so I'm gonna get the gym in first. I think the stress is gonna hit this evening when I start packing this afternoon and realize how much we've got to do, and this evening I think I'm gonna be a stress head. But present Jazz doesn't worry about that. Present Jazz is just in her own little world and off to the gym. And in my brain I've got roughly 3, I think maybe 4 main activities to get done. The main one being the kitchen. Apparently a kitchen takes like 6 to 8 hours to pack away, so I'm not looking forward to it. The second thing is my wardrobe slash wardrobe slash chest of drawers. All need sorting, but there could be a saving grace with that one. We've decided we could potentially just take the drawers out of the chest of drawers, pop that into the storage van, and then put the drawers back in which case, don't need to go through the drawers. Third thing, all of the decor around the house. I feel like they're all the little bits. So radiator covers and everything on top of the radiator covers, all of the things on windowsills. We've got 2 bookcases all decorated. We've got the little table in the hallway upstairs decorated. All of those little bits and bobs need to be put in boxes and wrapped as well, because a lot of them are like china or porcelain or like clay or just breakable things. And a lot of them have leaves as well, like there's a lot of fake plants going on, so they all need to be wrapped nicely. I feel like that's going to take some time. And then the fourth thing, which I'm really not looking forward to, is the wallpaper in the bedroom. Now, if you have been with me for a while, you will know that I put that wallpaper up myself. And when I bought it, it said it's peel and stick wallpaper. It's meant to be like renter friendly, it's meant to just peel off. And that's all great, but I know that when I stuck it on, I laid one piece on, went, oh, that's slightly off, let me take it off and change it. And as I peeled it back, it peeled some of the paint. And I just thought, do you know what? It's done now. I can either fix this now or I can fix it when we move out. I chose the move out option, obviously, because it's me, and I wanted the cute wallpaper, so I stuck it up anyway. But I know for a fact some paint is coming off that wall when I take that wallpaper down. So I need to take that down, then like fill in all of the like paint holes with some filler, and then sand it, and then paint that wall. So that, I feel, is an entire day's activity. So just there I've listed off 4 days of activities and we have 3, and today's already half over, and Nick's not really able to help. I feel like I need to explain this. Nick is very much a get it done person. I'm a procrastinator, Nick is a get it done person, and every day for the last week he has come home from work and gone, Jazz, what can I pack? Give me something to do, anything. He's like, can I pack something for you? And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it, it's all good. Because most of the things in the house require my go ahead to pack. Like all of my decor items, I would rather pack so I know that they're packed nicely and I know where they are. All of my clothing, he can pack my clothing and put it into boxes. I want to go through and declutter. The kitchen he can probably help with, to be honest. We can probably do the kitchen together. But Nick will be doing his part. Already he's done his part. He's sorted like everything we need, the moving van, the cleaners, the whole like moving situation and all the contracts things. I've kind of just put my names on things. I have read them through, but I'm kind of like taking a back seat. Nick's done everything, switching over utility bills, making sure the internet's going to be there when we arrive. Like he's done everything on that end, and then he's obviously going to be doing all the heavy lifting, and I'm putting things into boxes. He's going to be moving all of the boxes, so he will be helping before anybody comes and says Nick isn't doing his part. He would rather be doing more, if I'm honest. I'm just somewhat type A, but the most disorganized, like ridiculously procrastinating type A you've ever met. Wish me luck. I've just got back from the gym. I've just popped you in this cupboard. This will probably be the last time you ever sit in this cupboard. So say goodbye to the cupboard. I kind of wanted lunch. I was thinking eggs on toast. We don't have any toast. So now I'm wondering if I go and get some food. I'm lying to myself. I know I'm going to get bread, right? Shoes back on. It's time to start. I have procrastinated way too long. I've been to the gym, I've eaten my food, I've put on a load of laundry, and this is pretty much one of the last like light coloured laundry loads to go on. So if I cannot find my matching socks, I'm gonna give up and throw away all of the odd socks. I have about 20 of them. I don't know, like we've opened that washing machine and there's no socks in it, so I don't know where my socks have gone, but I've got like 20 individual socks, none of which match each other. We're gonna go ahead and get started in this area. So these mirrors all need to get taken down. They're just held up by command strips. These are actually like IKEA photo frames with little IKEA mirrors in them. There's 12 of them, 4x3, yeah, 12. Maths. I need to take those down. They're all held up by command strips, and then these bits and bobs all need to go into a box, and then this I think we're going to take with us, but I actually don't think there's anywhere in the new house that can necessarily go. Scratch that. I need to go out to the garage and get some like packing boxes, because yesterday Nick bought in 4 And in my head I was like, we only packed one box each, but we didn't. I packed one cupboard that went into 2 boxes, and Nick packed one area that went into a box and a half. So one of them is still open, but it's not usable. So I'm gonna go to the garage and find some more boxes. Keys, keys, keys. This is a look. Welcome to our garage. We sorted through the garage a little while ago, and I thought in my head there was a lot less stuff in here. It's all ready to go, but I thought there was a lot less. Turns out there's quite a bit in here. This is the mirror that used to sit in the corridor of our old place, but we just couldn't find a place for it in our new place, and I don't think this is going to find a place in the place we're moving to either. But this was a birthday present from Nick, so I don't want to get rid of it, so we're just holding on to this mirror. And then this rug we had in our old place, my parents gave it to us. It's open at the top and the bottom, and we're kind of worried that when we open it there's going to be like a dead rat in there or something. We honestly don't know. Underneath here is all Christmas stuff, so I think we've got like 2 or 3 boxes of Christmas supplies and the Christmas tree, and then like a wreath or something. Most of these boxes are empty and ready to put things in, so I do actually have the toaster box, so the toaster can go in there. And then this is a box with just some stuffing in it. Nick has his PlayStation box. We've got the box here for the fan to go in. So actually we've done pretty well keeping all of the boxes for things, because it does mean that we can just get things into those boxes and they're padded correctly and they're ready to go. Why did I come in here? We've got some moving boxes. This is a danger zone climbing over here. Oh my goodness. And there's 2 bags of grass that Nick needs to take to the tip. I am ready to pack a box. I have my box, I have some tape and some scissors, and then I also have these, which I got from Amazon, and they were called, like, I swear it was called fish and chip shop wrapping paper. Like, it's the kind of stuff they wrap fish and chips in. If you're from the UK, is like the wrapping paper. But I thought this would be good because Nick and I don't really own newspapers. When I moved out of my family home and I was packing, I was like, Mum, can I use newspapers? And everything got wrapped in newspaper. Nick and I don't have newspapers, so I bought these, and they're very, very handy. I'll just show you. They look like this, and it's just a really simple sheet of paper, but they're good for wrapping up things you don't want scratched, but also scrunching up and using as like padding and stuff. Also, this mirror was meant to be on the wall. It just never got hung, so it's just sat there for months. I'm gonna put you on time lapse, and I'm gonna start packing. I don't want to though. Told to tape over the front of a mirror, like to just put tape over the front, so that if it does smash, heaven forbid, it doesn't like shatter everywhere, like the pieces are sort of held together. So I'm just going to go ahead and tape the front, but I'm going to sort of de-stick this a little bit before I do so that when I do get to the new place and I want to use the mirror and I try and pull the tape off, it's not super stuck on there, if that makes sense. Also, do correct me if I'm doing this wrong. I mean, there's nothing I can do to change what I'm doing because you'll be seeing this in the future, but at least I'll know for next time. I feel like I want to do like countless layers of bubble wrap. I also feel like I don't want to overdo it. It'll be okay, but will it? I don't know. I feel like I can do this. I don't need a man. I probably do. Nick would be very, very helpful at this moment in time. I'm sweating, I'm rather warm, and I don't think I'm doing this very well. I'm gonna wrap it in a blanket. That seems like a good thing to do. It just seems like a real waste of bubble wrap. I just don't know what I'm doing. Feel like I'm gonna see some comments. Someone's gonna say the most easiest method of wrapping a mirror, and I'm gonna be ashamed of myself for the job that I have done. But my mirror is wrapped. I'm gonna head out into the hallway and we're gonna do that little area out there. One box is filled. I actually surprisingly got more in this than I thought. I've done this whole hallway top thing and the one in the front room, and I've got some space for shoving like little bits and bobs in there. Like, I'm not going to do this up until I've completely filled it, but also I keep forgetting to punch these little holes through. They are so handy. Having a box with holes is so handy, but if you don't punch them through before you filled it, you can't push on it. It basically becomes unusable, so I need to remember to keep doing that. But this box is filled. I'm now going to try and take down the mirrors, which I'm not looking forward to. I need to go get a ruler. These are put up just with command strips. You can actually see them behind there. A ruler is your saving grace when it comes to the Velcro command strips, because the way that I get these down is to push the ruler between them like this in order to undo them. Ta-da! This is how they're stuck on the wall, by the way. So they've each got one here and one here. These are Velcro, and there's one on the frame and then one on the wall, and they just Velcro stick together. Only once they're stuck together, sometimes you pull off like I did and it pulls off nicely, but sometimes this pulls off the wall and rips the wall. So the ruler comes in handy just to ooch in there like this and make sure that you're getting it off properly. Precisely what I didn't want to happen has just happened. This one's just peeled off the wall and taken the wall with it. So, oh dear. That means more painting. I was really hoping that I didn't have to paint anything. Final mirror has come off the wall. Now it's time to get all of these off. Now listen, I love a command strip, okay? What I will say is I feel like they work really well on higher quality paint. I feel like a lot of paint, like this paint, is quite thin, and so command strips just peel it off. I actually feel like a lot of them can just be peeled off. They don't even need to be command stripped off. If you don't know what a command strip is, let me just quickly introduce you. They come in different forms. These are the Velcro ones. They stick together like this. You stick one side to the wall, one side to whatever you're hanging. It is extremely convenient when you want to stick something like this up, and you can literally just stick it to the wall. You can also then unvelcro it and like change pictures and stuff if you wanted to. Extremely convenient. So let's say this is stuck on the wall. The way to get it off is to pull this tab, and it stretches. The back of it stretches off, and that's the sticky bit, but it stretches so much that it kind of stops being sticky, and it's meant to be damage free on the wall. Now I would say 90% of the time they are damage free. I mean, you've just seen me pull two off, but sometimes if you get them at the wrong angle, or if you've stuck them on a little loose bit of paint, they do tend to pull the paint off. Now, I am meant to be pulling the tab like I just showed you, but some of these do just nicely pull off the wall. So I'm just gonna see which ones I can pull off the wall. Oh no. A little bit of paint has come off. Okay, we have 2 damage marks. And just like that, the hallway mirror is gone. Oh my goodness, this corridor looks bare. We had a couple of accidents, just a couple though. This one, and this little one here. So that's not too much, and I do have the paint to cover those. And my little piggies, which I need to wrap up. This one my mum gave me for my birthday, and this one belonged to my grandma and stays with me. But I need to be very, very careful with it because it is really quite old and very, very fragile. This is all my scrapbook stuff. Basically, each of these is a page in a scrapbook, and I've already done the layout, but I just need to stick them all in. I've been working on it for the last couple of weeks. I think I showed it on my Instagram stories. This is 2020 and 2021, ready to go, but I need to get to this bookcase, and I really don't think I'm gonna get this stuck in a scrapbook in the next 3 days. So I'm gonna pack this up, and then we're gonna move on to this bookcase. How cute do my plants look? I will say this one looks dead, but actually is coming back to life. This thing fully died. Like these brown leaves, it was dead. I mean, obviously it wasn't dead, it was hanging on by a thread. I brought that one back to life. But look at my plants. I have no idea how on earth I'm going to get these to the new house. Nick's just currently mowing the lawn, if you can hear that. But also, this corridor feels so bare. Like it feels empty, and that's with the radiator cover still there. Once that's gone, this corridor's gonna feel so unhomely. But what's weird is we actually lived here for 2 years before I decorated anything. If you've been following along, you'll remember that like I moved in and I was like, oh, we're probably gonna be moving out pretty soon, so there's no point decorating. And then we didn't move out, we stayed. And so about 2 years in, I was like, right, let's decorate. And I like sorted this whole area up, put the mirror up, decorated it, and it feels homey. And now that it's gone, it feels like, oh my gosh, this feels like a random house that we've just walked into. It feels really, really bare. Nick texted me saying he's on his way home from the office. I set up my camera to get his reaction to the bareness of it all, and then walked through the front door and was just like, hi. Looked down the corridor, like I was this way. He was like, hi. Looked down the corridor, looked back at me, and I was like, do you wanna look at what I've done? He was like, oh. 25 minutes I waited for that reaction. Rubbish. I'm just having a go at you. What? That's kind of most of the decor from downstairs. 1 second, need to go upstairs. Come upstairs with me. Let's take our wrapping paper, because at the top of the stairs I have these little bits. This needs to come down and the command strips need to come off. And then on this table we have a couple of little ornaments to go away. This candle is from the bathroom, that needs to go away. Have some tape, some scissors, the light will need to get wrapped up. This is my curling iron. I get asked a lot when I do my really curly hair how I do it. I use this, it was from Primark, and I think it was £8. It's just a really tiny, I've forgotten the name for it, but this little curler. Then I'm gonna need to come up into the bedroom, and these need to come down, and this needs to come off the wall, and the wallpaper needs to come off. Taking these down is gonna make me so sad. They add so much to this room, I can't even tell you. I feel like because they're up high, they add height to the room, they add color to the room, they just add so much. It's literally just a little plant pot with like fake plants in it, but it adds so much. And then this, I only put up super duper recently, so this is gonna be annoying to take down. And then the wallpaper, as I said, is meant to be peel and stick. And let me just show you this, 1 second. It should just peel off like this. It should peel off like this, but I know that there are random bits of paint behind there that are going to come off. So we're just not going to think about this right at this moment in time. We're going to leave that for now and come back to it in a day or two. I really, really don't want to take this, or this down. Like, it just feels like my bedroom. And I know we're literally moving like 3 days, but we're not leaving this house for another week or so, I think. Basically, we're taking everything down in 3 days, probably taking a second van down on maybe the Tuesday or the Wednesday, and then Nick's still got a few days left of work, and I'm gonna be in this house on an airbed because we're taking our mattress and our, like, what's it called? What's the bottom of a bed called? Whatever that's called. We're taking it all down at the beginning of next week, but we're staying here that week. So I am going to be living in the most bare house ever, and taking these parts just makes me sad. Like, I don't want to take them down and admit that that is it. I can't wait to move out. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm so excited for the place that we're going to, but this is still my home. It's still been home for like 4 whole years. Why am I getting teary? Don't get teary. Suck it back in. Suck it back in. This is still home, so taking this down is really sad to me, and I'm kind of procrastinating from taking it down because I don't want to, like, not feel like home when I'm at home. Suck it in. Suck it in. I really, really didn't want to cry in this moving series, but it's happening. I'm crying. I'm crying. And something that I said to Nick yesterday that's making me realise how much happier I think I'm gonna be is that I was already thinking, oh, I can edit on the sofa. And downstairs, obviously I can edit on our sofa right now, but it doesn't feel that nice in our living room. As a room, it's quite dark most of the time because it's so deep and the window's at one end and the sun isn't really coming through that way. It's like, it's not that bright in that room. It's quite dark. It's not very airy. It's not very colourful. Like, it just doesn't feel that nice to be like, let me go edit on the sofa. And that's kind of what we're moving into, where it's open plan again. And I can feel like, oh, I can go sit on the sofa and the light will be coming in through the windows and the kitchen will be right there. So like, if Nick's making a coffee, he'll be next to me, and I'm really excited, but this just makes me sad. And also, I don't know how we're decorating the new place. So when we first move in, it is going to be that situation. We're just on a bed in the middle of a room, like an empty room. And I don't know whether I want to do this wallpaper again. I don't think I do. I probably won't hang up plants like this. I don't think. Wow, I've been talking for 5 minutes. I'm just gonna stop. And oh, before I forget, we need to take down the lampshade in the front room. Managed to pack 4 whole boxes, and then I've labeled them. You can see up here it says F1. I saw it on like a packing hacks video where you label it according to the room. So we've put F for front room because I was gonna go living room, but we already used L for laundry room. So we've done an F and then a 1 for box 1. There's 4 of them. And then in an app that Nick and I both have access to, we have like F1, and I've put in there room decor. But then in another box we've got I think L1 is like paintbrushes and screwdrivers and this, so that if we need any of those items we can like head to our list, see where they are, see which box they're in. And also because that has an F on it, it means that mum and dad are going to help us move in, and it means that they know where all the boxes go without us having to tell them. Like they can look and they can say F front room and they can just help us move all the boxes. So yeah, I did 4 today, but I'm gonna end this here. I'm a little bit tired. Tomorrow I think we're gonna start work on the kitchen and see how that goes. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow.